Hello. Today, my rant is about people who do not trust the organizer of a gathering or an event. Firstly, I'd like to declare that the rain clouds above my head is not because I'm making this video in anger or anything like that. It's because it actually is raining outside. So that's why I thought I'd just do something a little bit different from usual. So, have you ever organized an event, kind of like a small gathering where some people have then asked you, who else is coming to the event? Personally, I can get a bit annoyed by that, even though I might not show it. Because if you're organizing a gathering and you're inviting some people who might not know a lot of the other people, then naturally they'll be curious. But I think you'd be discerning if you're the organizer of this event. I'm tempted to use the word host, but that's not always the case. So, for example, if I'm holding, say, a dinner or a meetup for coffee or a trip down to the pub, and some of the people I've invited are feminists with extreme views on those particular topics, women's rights, I'm probably not going to invite maybe some friends who are the stereotypical homophobic meatheads who like play football and pinch each other's butts in the locker rooms. So I'm unlikely to do that because people who plan such things will tend to be discerning. Of course, I'm not saying that every single person who plans gatherings are, but I'm just quoting myself as an example. Yeah, so if you're invited to one of these, yeah, I'd implore you to give the host or the organizer the benefit of the doubt because people do put thoughts before inviting others to an event. Yeah, so whether you do go to an event or not, of course, there are a few factors. Firstly, is it convenient? Because not everything happens at a convenient time. You might want to go uh, to a gathering, but then that might clash with something else. And another thing people would consider is whether they are comfortable or interested in the event. So, for example, if someone invited me rollerblading or paintballing or handing out leaflets, I might not be comfortable with that, right? So, if you don't feel inclined to go to something, it's actually better to try and give early notice. Um, Although I'm aware that sometimes these things slip through the cracks. So if someone invites you to an event over email and you don't happen to check it, or your inbox gets flooded with all other mails such that it isn't that visible, then like things like that do happen. Yeah. But if you know early that you're not gonna make it, it's actually easier to just tell them because in my experience, right, people would rather you tell them straight up, right? Because as I mentioned before, not everyone is available to go to something all of the time. And if you really can't make it, right, just be honest about it. If it's just something you're not comfortable with, then just tell them. They probably won't be offended. Well, I'm quite certain they won't be offended. Or if you can't because it clashes with something else, then just, be sincerely apologetic about it. Yes, because some people are a bit sensitive and they might take it as a personal rejection of your friendship. So, my final thought for today is that social dynamics has come to the point where things have become more complicated than they have in the past, and some people may be quite sensitive. So, it's always a good idea to make sure that you treat these things with sensitivity. And also, as part of my original message, give give the host or the organizer of an event that you're invited to the benefit of the doubt that they have put some thought into the whole thing and respond respectfully, right? Fantastic.